Porn is undoubtedly a part of most people's lives, whether it's a substitution for when you're away from your significant other, or a substitution because you don't have a significant other. The fact is most men watch porn and many women do as well. The industry isn't all it seems though, and porn has many surprises up its sleeve, so join us as we count 10 shocking truths about the porn industry. Number 10. Porn makes big money. It's not exactly surprising that the porn industry is a massive goldmine. Just consider that at this current moment in time, there are around 30 million people watching porn. What you may not consider though is that the porn industry makes more money than some of the biggest companies in the world combined. In fact, it makes nearly twice as much profit annually as all of Hollywood combined. Globally, porn is a $97 billion industry, according to Kasia Wozik, assistant professor of sociology at New Mexico State University. At present, between $10 and $12 billion of that comes from the United States. Number 9. Porn can get you the death penalty. Okay, so if you're watching this video, there's a good chance you won't be decapitated for visiting those naughty websites you do. But depending on where you live, indulging in pornography may be met with some serious repercussions. For example, in China, pornography has been made illegal in 2002, and many have been imprisoned for it. That's still much tamer than North Korea though, where you will literally receive the death sentence for being caught viewing, making, or distributing porn. To be fair though, North Korea is about as in touch with the world as Miley Cyrus was during her wrecking ball period. Number 8. The internet is not for porn. We've all heard articles and websites who claim that around 50% of all websites and web content on the internet is either porn or porn related. Thing is though, it's not even close to that. Many of those statistics were taken between 5 to 10 years ago, rendering the data useless today. Scandinavian research center Sintef claimed that 90% of all the data the human race has ever produced has happened in the last 2 years, largely due to the explosion of smartphones and social media. According to one study, only 4% of the world's most popular websites are devoted to porn. Take that, Pornhub. Number 7. Porn viewers are getting younger. It's no surprise really, but still slightly disturbing when you think about it. 15 years ago, kids would be playing games outside, or perhaps they'd be glued to their Game Boy Advance or PlayStation 2s. They might on the rare occasion find Dad's Playboy magazine, and that would be it. Today, however, it's almost surprising if a kid doesn't have a smartphone or a tablet, or at the very least open access to their parents' devices. So it only makes sense that more and more kids are discovering pornography at younger ages. A University of Montreal study found that most guys are exposed to porn for the first time at age 10. Number 6. Male porn performers don't earn much. The harsh truth is that women in porn make much more money than their male counterparts. In many cases it can be over 5 times as much in fact. However, males who perform in gay porn are much better off, making up to 3 times as much as those who only perform in straight porn. So why is there such a wage gap in the porn industry? Most likely it comes down to supply and demand. The number of attractive women willing to engage in sexual acts with complete strangers is much lower than the number of men willing to engage in sexual acts with attractive women. Therefore, monetary incentives are required. Number 5. Porn addiction is a big problem. Seriously, it's surprising to know that the porn addiction is still not listed officially as a disorder in the American Psychiatric Association's Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. That's a bloody mouthful to say, by the way. The sad fact is that many adults and teenagers' lives alike are ruined by being addicted to porn. Porn addicts spend on average at least 11 hours per week looking at porn, and this can sometimes be double or even triple that number. Overconsumption of porn will also lead to a skewed image of sex as a whole, so many people have no idea how to approach the subject in real life and end up having unrealistic expectations. Finally, porn addiction often leads to erectile dysfunction for men since they elevate the type of content they're watching to more and more extreme levels, to the point where only Japanese tentacle porn with peanut butter and jelly will turn them on. It's a problem. Number 4. Australia did not ban A-cups in porn. Back in 2010, the internet lit on fire with rage as a rumor circulated that Australia had officially banned women with A-cup breast sizes to appear in pornography. The apparent reasoning behind this ban was that women with such small breasts resemble children, or at the least underage girls. Therefore, it would encourage paedophilia or child pornography, except no such ban exists in Australia. The only thing that is under regulation is that the actress featured in the porn film should not appear to be a child under the age of 18 years. How exactly this can be regulated or enforced, I have no idea. Number 3. Porn can be legal prostitution. Prostitution is illegal pretty much everywhere in the US except for some parts of Nevada, but if a camera is involved for the purpose of producing an adult film, things are very different. The 1988 People vs. Freeman court cases stated that adult film production, as long as it does not hurt others, was protected as free speech under the First Amendment. In other words, if porn involves consenting adults, it is protected. Of course, this doesn't mean that you can just grab a handycam, hire a prostitute, and claim you're producing porn. There's regulations, distribution, and licensing involved. Still, if one is willing to jump through enough hoops, they could get themselves prostitutes, but instead of paying for the sex, they could be paying them for the acting. Number 2. Child pornography. Okay, so this one is truly horrible, but also very true. Child pornography is one of the fastest growing businesses online, with an estimated annual revenue of $3 billion, the US being the largest consumers with close to 50% of the global volume. Of course, the victims of all this are the children. Not only are they hurt during the making of such horrible films, but the distribution of the content featuring them has long-lasting negative effects on their lives. Due to the nature of the internet, once a video is uploaded, it becomes impossible to erase all traces of said video since it becomes redistributed and downloaded by many. Number 1. Fluffers. The name fluffer may or may not bring an image into your mind. The term refers to a person who is employed for the sole purpose of keeping the male adult film star aroused on the set. The strange thing is that it's strongly debated whether they exist, they used to exist, or they're just a myth of the porn industry. Some pornographic actors such as Aurora Snow, James Dean, and Kieran Lee claim that fluffers do not exist, but others claim they do exist, and not only that, but are crucial to production. In the unlikely event that someone watching this has been involved in the porn industry, let us know in the comments below if fluffers are real or if they're a myth. Similarly, if you agree or disagree with anything, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching as always. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to drop me a like, and if you thought it sucked, and not in a good way, leave a dislike. See you next time.